This is M Shadows, and you're watching Loudwire.
Everyone, it's Joe from Loudwire, and I'm super pumped today because I'm sitting next to M Shadows of Avenged Sevenfold. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in.
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
How can you? How can I be bad?
I have a lot of answers for that.
So you've got this deluxe edition of the stage coming out, and you've released a bunch of material, all these covers throughout the year. And bands don't release an album every year like they used to back in the day. What do you think about the importance of the frequency of releasing new music like you've done with the stage and continue to put new stuff out there?
I don't know, it's hard to say. I think we're just kind of taking advantage of the technology that's out there. I think the cool thing about being alive in 2017 is that you can literally put out music as soon and as frequently as you want to because of the streaming services. So for us, when we have cool things to release, we're just going to do it. We're not going to worry about these big, long, drawn-out waits for the records, and I think it'll be able to help our fans pass the time in between, proper albums.
It seems like feeding people new music is a way to kind of drive them back to the existing stuff. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's been done to me a few times in the pop world where I'm listening to something and then I find out they released something else. So I kind of go to that, and then you start playing the record again. I mean, look what Kendrick Lamar just did. He released his same record with the reverse track listing. And all these people are buying it, and they're getting a new perspective on what the record means. Mm-hmm. And I think that's cool, because if you were to take our record and put Exist first, and then you're going to Fermi Paradox and to Roman Sky, it would give you a whole different perspective on what the record's doing. It's a brilliant, very simple thing that he did, and you couldn't do that if you had to put out a record through Best Buy and Walmart or whatever it is. So I think there's all these cool new ways to kind of break the mold and bend our little music world reality here, and I think we want artists to experiment and try that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And now your sound, a lot of your influences can be heard, twin leads, no secret there, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, stuff like that. But you covered the Rolling Stones, the Beach Boys. You picked bands that aren't exactly linked with Avenged Sevenfold. So what do you hear in those bands in Avenged Sevenfold's music?
I think ever since Hail to the King, we started getting a lot more cognizant of our chord progressions, our key changes, drama in songs, a lot of dynamics, and we've really added that in there. Where City of Evil and some of those records were just really straightforward, and they're all in drop D minor, and they were just very in your face, which is cool. But from a songwriting perspective, I think they lacked. And I think if you look at songs like the Rolling Stones have done their whole career, the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson's one of the greatest songwriters. Those are just great songs. And if you take a song like Roman Sky and you break it up and all the chord progressions that are going on, the key changes in it, I think that's where we've been getting a lot of our influences. Just really working on the songwriting craft. And so you can put dueling guitars on, a turd all day and polish it, but it doesn't mean it's a great song. But there's a way to make great songs and also use those elements. And I think that's what we've kind of tuned our own ear into recently, which has been important.